Hi, you're watching a video presentations by iCube.us, and today I'm going to show you the new HP 2133 sub notebook. Let me kind of put it down on the table here. So the small notebook is the size of a 7-inch screen and a full keyboard. It's running the same processor as the OQO, which is the VIA processor, VIA, and 1.6 gigahertz. It's come with the 1 gig RAM, and this particular model is a 120 gig hard drive and running Windows Vista Business. Let's see how it goes here. Actually, before I turn it on, let's take a look on the units itself. You have on the top, there's the for the video conferencing, the built-in camera, and the left and the right hand side there's the speakers, and I mentioned a full-size keyboard all the way from the edge to the edge, which is very nice, big, and for my hands is definitely plenty of room to type in here. And then there's the mouse pad, left and right click. It's very sensitive, the mouse pad. I mean, I found out, but everybody's preferences will be different. Not really too fond of on the left and the right like this. The click I still get used to one on the bottom because the position of my hands, like you usually do it like this. This one you have to do it like that, which is kind of awkward, or you have to use two hands. Anyway, but that's just a small hiccup or small inconvenience, I would say. Then you have the power button there. You have I'm not sure what this is, and then I think it's a jack for the something, for the CD or whatever. This is the wireless on and off, and on the side there's the power button. And then there's the Ethernet, very nice, very important if you in the business world. The USB, the express card, and the SD card below it. So it's very good. It's have all the port that you need. The batteries kind of stick out like that, which is I kind of hate it. They could just actually put it to the back rather than going down like that. I think Sony TX have the same issue on the design. They have the battery stick out to the wrong way. I mean, it's nice to give you an angle on the units, but it's not really nice when you try to put it in the back, because then it doesn't really flat all the way when you close it down. So here, as you can see, when you close it down, I mean, it's so pretty thin, but I mean, then you have this unnecessary thickness in the back. You have the VGA, you have more USB, and the headset and the mic. And here I believe the USB come with the USB and the power thing, so you can probably plug in your special external CD-ROM from HP or something like that. Now let me just open up again here. It's still pretty heavy to me. I mean, it's about I think it's a 3-pounder. I mean, for the size of the 7-inch notebook I used to work with the Japanese laptop, the typical one is about usually around 2.5 to 2.6. Even back then with the 2.5, 2.6, I still said that it's still pretty heavy for a 7.9-inch notebook, because Panasonic R series, which is a 10-inch notebook, they kind of achieve way under 2 pounds, about 1.9 pound, and that's I mean, that's with the battery and everything, and running a real good battery. So I believe these people can improve in terms of the weight and make the notebook more light. So I turn it off. The screen is, see here, is very tiny sharp because it's running a very high resolution on the 7-inch, which is okay. I think it's very readable. I'm gonna do welcome here. It's a Windows Vista Business, as you can tell. And that's the Vista Via C7 1.6. Actually, it's a 2 gig RAM for this one. I thought it's a 1 gig because in the box say 1 gig. So yeah, it's plenty of power to run this Vista. I mean, using that. Of course, the video card will not be as good, but as you can tell, it's pretty okay. I mean, run pretty okay. It's everything's click. I don't have the internet on. My Wi-Fi is kind of, I forget what's the password on my Wi-Fi here, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the response on the applications is pretty good. But just for comparison, here I have a Panasonic T5 next to it, which is about a little bit bigger size. This is a 10-inch. Let me close this down again so that we can make a comparison. So you can see that's the 10-inch, that's the 7-inch. I'm gonna stack it on the top of each other. It's about the same. I mean, size-wise, not really gaining that much here. About the same thickness as well. You just gain a little bit shorter, but on the side, as you can tell, it's actually that bulky battery in the back is actually not as good. And R series is even smaller than the T. T is the bigger battery, which is with the 12-inch rather than the 10-inch R series. And believe it or not, these two guys is about the same weight. Here. I wish I have a scale machine here so I can show you how much it weighs, but it's definitely this, the HP is actually feel even a little bit heavier. I don't think it's heavier, but it's just the mass of the body. When you have this small of an items, you're psychologically you will feel that this is much heavier than this when it's bigger. The same thing with the MacBook Air here that I have. This is actually supposed to be heavier at the about the same size, but it feels lighter because then it's a bigger machine, 13-inch, but yet have the same body mass, so it feels like it's actually lighter. So, and overall, I mean, the good side of this HP is I think it's have enough power to run your typical day-to-day job. Beautiful screen, I mean, very high res for a 7-inch notebook. The keyboard is definitely very spacious for typing, comfortable typing. I'm not very fond of the touchpad, but also it has a plenty of port that people can use and make it very practical machine to be carrying around. I mean, if you and with the price point at around $800, I mean, this is definitely a good buy for people that want a small footprint notebook. If you don't mind a little bit on a heavyweight size and you don't want to spend like in the $2,000 neighborhood, I mean, then this is definitely the good choice for you for economical and size and budget overall. So that's it for the presentations. Once again, my name is Mulyadi, and you're watching a video presentation from iCUE. Thank you for watching.